All right, let's talk about AI. If you're running a business, you're hearing about it everywhere. But what's really going on behind all the headlines and the hype? Let's dive in and find out the real story. So let's just get it out there. This is the big question, right? The fear that's on everyone's mind. Is AI coming for my job? For my team's jobs? Well, here's the thing. If that's the story you've been buying into, I'm here to tell you you've been misled. The truth is actually a lot more interesting and, frankly, a lot more empowering. So first things first, we've got to get past the fear. Let's tackle the biggest worries that are probably holding you and your business back right now. Okay, myth number one, the big one. AI is going to replace us. The truth? Think of AI as a tool, a really, really powerful tool that's here to make you 10 times more effective. It's designed to take over the boring, repetitive stuff so that your team can focus on what people are amazing at, thinking big, being creative, and connecting with customers. And this quote right here, it just says it all. The real threat isn't the technology itself. It's being left behind by a competitor who figures out how to use this stuff. So you see, the question isn't if you should adopt AI. It's about how quickly and how well you can master it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but I'm not a tech wizard. You know what? That's the best part. You don't have to be. Modern AI works on plain English. If you can type, you can use AI. The real skill isn't writing code. It's about learning how to give clear, smart instructions. And then there's this other idea that AI is some exclusive club for giant corporations with bottomless budgets. Maybe that was true a few years ago, but today, not even close. Powerful AI is now available to practically everyone. I mean, look at this. We're talking 20, maybe $30 a month. For what's essentially the price of a few cups of coffee, you get access to tools that are just unbelievably powerful. Honestly, at this point, the cost of not using AI is way bigger than the subscription fee. Okay, so hopefully we've put some of those initial fears to rest. Now let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's talk about what AI actually can and, just as importantly, can't do in the real world. It is so tempting to think of AI as this magic button you just press for a perfect answer. But it doesn't work that way. The reality is, AI is a partner. It's a collaborator. It gives you a really good first draft. But the real breakthrough moments, they happen when you work with it, refining and shaping the output. And that collaboration, it's really just a simple 3-step dance. First, you prompt it with a really clear, detailed request. Then you review what it gives you back, see what's good, see what's off. And finally, you refine. You give it feedback, add new instructions, and run it again. This little loop is the secret sauce to getting incredible work out of it. Okay, this next one is a huge warning, so please listen up. AI sounds incredibly confident, but it can, and it does, make things up. It hallucinates facts. So here's the golden rule. Treat every single fact you get from an AI like it came from a brilliant, but sometimes unreliable intern. You absolutely must fact-check its work. AI can be the most amazing brainstorming partner on the planet. Seriously, it can spin up hundreds of ideas in seconds. But it's important to understand what it's doing. It's remixing the vast amount of information it was trained on. It doesn't have your unique business insight. It can't replace your strategic vision. AI can show you a dozen different roads, but you're still the one in the driver's seat who has to pick the destination. All right, so you're not scared anymore. You get the real-world limits. So now what? Let's talk about the practical, concrete strategies to make AI start working for your business right now. Here's a common mistake. People assume that this general tool will just magically get their specific business. But think about it. AI was trained on the whole internet. It has no idea about your unique brand voice, who your customers are, or how you do things. You have to teach it. And teaching it isn't some crazy technical process. It's actually really simple. First, you give it context, your mission, who your ideal customer is. Then you give it examples, literally paste in writing that you love and say, match this tone. Finally, you just test and correct it. Give it feedback like, no, make that a bit friendlier, or hey, use simpler words. After just a few tries, it starts to sound like you. It's kind of amazing. If you take one thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this.
It's so easy to get paralyzed by the hundreds of new AI tools popping up every week. So stop asking, which tool should I learn, and start asking a much better question. What's the biggest problem in my business that I need to solve?
Instead of chasing shiny objects, try this. First, list your biggest bottlenecks. Where are you or your team losing the most time, money, or energy? Second, prioritize a quick win. Find one task where AI could save you 5, maybe 10 hours a week. And only then, once you know the exact problem, do you go looking for the tool that solves it. That's how you use AI strategically, not just because it's trendy.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've covered a lot, but this last part is about the long game. Because getting started is one thing, but turning this knowledge into a real, lasting advantage, well, that's the whole point, isn't it?
Here's the last myth we need to bust for good. The idea that you can just learn AI once and then you're done. No way. This field is changing by the week. The people who truly win with AI won't be the ones who just took a course. They'll be the ones who see this as a journey, not a destination.
And look, staying current doesn't have to be this overwhelming chore. The approach is simple. Find one trusted source you like and stick with it. Make a point to test out one new tool or one new idea every month. And just keep asking yourself this question. How can AI make what we're doing right now even better?
So let's boil it all down to this one new mindset. AI is not a replacement, it's a multiplier. It's a tool that takes the skills you already have and amplifies them. It handles the low-value stuff to free you and your team up to focus on the things that actually matter: strategy, creativity, and real business growth. And that brings us to the final question. The technology is evolving at a breakneck speed. The only question left is, will you?